What's up everyone? We are doing an Impostor 5 of a kind today. We are going to be taking 4 goats and the 5th goat will be the talking goat from the Chimera. So I got this suggestion from a commenter, Murdam I believe it was, thank you very much. And I regret to inform you that you can see at the top center of the screen that we're actually playing this on easy mode, and that is because I have been grinding for multiple days to get this and it is just not possible for me. Like, the current meta feels way too inhospitable for me to go for any kind of meme build. One that is too crazy at the very least, and I am sad to say that this one takes a little bit too much setup to complete. So we're doing it on easy mode, and the difference between easy mode and normal mode is that you start with 2 extra hearts. For a little while I thought I could get it in normal mode, but sadly that was not the case. You always fall a little bit short on hearts in my experience. I will be very glad to be proven wrong though if someone in the comments wants to try this run for themselves. But for now we are setting up with double Ogo Pogo, double Weasel, and we also pick up a lucky cat. So we will be getting lots of gold in the future. We're going to be utilizing a little trick right here, picking up a fried shrimp on the weaker Ogo Pogo so that when we combine them we don't actually lose any HP. But yeah, we are looking for the Chimera on tier 4, so I think taking a level up on this turn is not the worst idea ever. But then again, we also want to be leveling up on turn 7 because Goat is a tier 5 unit and hopefully we want to hit that as well. So I guess on this run I'm trying to hold off for a little bit. I'm greeding quite a bit, and sadly on this turn we do not get to win or even draw, we get to lose and lose one of our 7 hearts, which isn't too horrible because we're playing on easy mode. We actually can afford the luxury of greeding a little bit harder. So you can see me buying an avocado. I was trying to freeze yet another avocado there, but I think I misclicked, so sadly there goes that. Whatever the case though, we just barely end up losing again by 1 HP, and you can see you're heavily punished for greeding even a little bit in this meta, so I would not recommend going for any heavy meme builds, but in the meantime we do level up into the goal that we very much wanted to see. We also have a Cyclops in the shop, which is going to be a crucial part of our run. So in case you don't know how the Chimera works, which I would be surprised if you didn't because it was meta for a little bit, but basically the ability of the Chimera is that for every mana that it has, it will spawn a token unit with that much attack and HP. And if you have no mana, therefore you're not getting any token units, so we want to have at least a little bit of mana, and I thought that the most cost efficient way to get that is by leveling it up with the Cyclops, because Cyclops on level up will provide a little bit of mana, a teeny tiny bit. You can see there it gave +2 mana, but we just want the token unit and then we can scale up ourselves, so we don't really need the high stats. So yeah, we want to get the Chimera up to level 2, which can be a little bit difficult to do, but thankfully we are getting quite lucky with the levels, at least on the gold, so that will allow us to buy sell quite a bit. Sadly we don't have the space necessary to purchase this alpaca because all 4 of these units are going to be necessary for our survival, so we can't really hope to cheese out an extra level with the Chimera on this turn. The next turn we might, because we are planning on selling the level 3 Weasel, which has gotten us this far already, which is a little bit sad, but it has to go eventually, so the sooner the better. Let's hop into a battle now and see if we do okay. Very close battle actually, but we just get traded 2 for 1 with their biggest unit, so we end up losing sadly. But whatever the case, I think now is a good time for us to transition, and this is how it's going to work. Getting a level 2 Chimera, the Cyclops is going to give it 2 mana. Now we can safely pill it and get the token goat. By the way, if you're not aware how the Chimera works more precisely, on level 1 I believe you get a token lion, On level 2 you get a token lion plus a token goat, and on level 3 you get a token snake as well. So we had to get it up to level 2 minimum in order to get the goat, but here we have it now. And we also pick up a bird of paradise. I have been trying to scale up with bird of paradise and dragon primarily with this sort of build, because the gold provides a lot of gold when we buy sell stuff. And yeah, I think this scaling is going to be very nice for us to have. We are picking up a blue-ringed octopus. Hopefully we get to find yet another gold so that we don't spend all of the buffs from the bird of paradise on nothing. But at least we will get it up to level 2 on this turn. And once again, because we are playing on easy mode, we can actually afford to greed a little bit right here. If we were playing on normal mode right now, we would be on 2 hard. So now that we are on 4, I think it's a little bit more beneficial for us to greed some more, because it will give us some benefits in the long run. For now we are just going to lose once again, and it's not even close, but we are very quickly going to turn it around, hopefully. We get another bird of paradise, so we will be getting massive amounts of scaling, a blue-ringed octopus as well. I'm going to start putting equipment on my stuff because I'm starting to be scared for my survival right here, but I think we should be just fine pretty soon. We have to buy sell the zebra here, even though it's going to absorb one of the buffs, but I think that's completely fine because it gives us a lot of much needed stats. So hopefully we don't lose this time. And it's looking pretty scary, but we actually get kind of lucky by hitting all of our mana snipes on the goat at the front, so we end up winning right there. And yeah, the third goat has still not shown up, which is a little bit unfortunate. Yet another Chimera in the shop, but we don't need it any longer. And we finally get the gold that we wanted so badly, so we'll pick it up by combining the birds of paradise. I was hoping to extract one last buff from it, but I think it was more bad than good because it ended up absorbing more buffs than it provided. Whatever the case though, it's fine now, we can just combine together and buy sell the zebra. Is it going to absorb on the buff? Sadly it is, but there's sadly nothing we can do about it. We very desperately want the buffs. And I think on normal mode we would be on 1 heart already, so we would be on lethal, and you'll see why that is so dangerous. We can't afford to let up at all. Another Wharf team, and this time they don't snipe our biggest unit, so we end up winning quite easily. And yeah, for a little bit I actually thought I could have pulled this off in normal mode, but you will see pretty soon why that thought is impossible for me to have. Meantime, we are going to be scaling up the bird of paradise. It is almost level 3. If we do manage to get it up to level 3, we're going to be getting some pretty sizable buffs. And yeah, I think actually here I'm going to employ a pretty neat trick, because the anglerfish provides us with a free unit. And that will give us just enough that we can trigger the bird of paradise one extra time during this turn. We also end up with some pretty nice buy-sellables at the end, so we have something planned for the next turn. Kind of interesting looking team right here, all brown pets. I don't know if there was a specific team behind it, but I was very happy to be matched up against it. We are still on 5 trophies, so we have a lot of wins to go, but I think we're finally starting to stabilize a little bit. We have a goat that is almost 50-50, which is absolutely perfect. Getting another bird of paradise, but we don't really need it because we already have a level 3. And we also get a goat in the shop. So maybe I am going to start scaling up a 4th gold, because we already have a basically 50-50 on our team. And that is actually going to neuter us a little bit, because we can't really buy sell anymore because we don't have any slots open. The only way we can buy sell, or I guess it wouldn't even be buy selling, it would just be buying, is to buy some more golds from the shop. So that is how we're going to be getting some gold back and hopefully some more stats from the bird of paradise. So you can see me employing that tactic here. It's basically a free +1/+1 +3 gold spent for the bird of paradise. Unfortunately, only a single buy is not going to give us 2 triggers every single turn. We are 1 gold short from that happening, but I think we should be okay still. We have the stats necessary. Our equipment isn't the best, or at least it isn't the best for this point in the game, because I think Melon would be so much better than Pepper if we are not getting one shot, but whatever the case. We are going to maybe combine this gold right here. I am starting to think about actually transitioning into the 5 of a kind that we are going to be aiming for. So I am freezing 1 gold in the shop right here, and hopefully we end up winning pretty soon, so we don't have to endure many of these teams for any longer. Another Wolf team that we win against, which is I'm very happy with that. And yeah, I don't really know what I want to be buying anymore. Like, if we find more golds in the shop, that is absolutely perfect, but other than that, I don't think we have anything good for us in the shop. Like, cow and zebra I guess are okay if you are wanting to transition into the 5 of a kind on the final turn, but other than that, we're hitting 50-50 on our units, so I don't think we have to worry about scaling for much longer. Here I am actually going to do something pretty funny. We're going to go for the ribbon of the token gold, but unfortunately, because this is easy mode we are talking about, there actually isn't a way to earn any ribbons, which is a little bit sad, but I wanted to go for the level 3 regardless, so yeah, we'll just be buying some chocolates onto it. We could be using our gold a little bit better by maybe buying apples and pears onto the weak golds, but I don't think I want to try hard that badly. He says as he barely draws this round, which is kinda scary to see. And yeah, we're getting into the pretty late rounds, so it's starting to look scarier and scarier as the enemy units are starting to have abilities and way higher stats than us. But I think it is about time that we transition into the 5 of a kind. We can finally start doing our buy sells. The golds are going to provide so much extra gold. We were in the 20s there for a second. I don't think we're going to be putting the 5th gold in the team just yet, because we want to buy sell stuff like the zebra. Because of the buffs to random scaling, you can see that because all of the rest of the units are 50-50, we get to target the weakest gold with the zebra every single time, which is absolutely perfect. We also get to buy a blue ranked octopus, which is only as good as an apple, I guess, because everything else is buffed up, but I think it's still pretty decent to have. So yeah, hopefully we win this round and we can close off relatively soon. A snipe team that removes all of our equipment and half of our units, but they only have one big unit of their own, so we end up winning just barely. And yeah, we're getting very close to the victory. It's turn 19, we're at 9 trophies. I am going to pick up the peanut because we're going to transition into the final gold and giving the weak gold some peanut to hopefully trade into a 50-50. But before that, let's just buy sell some more, hopefully start up the gold in the 4th position some more. It is at 38. We also find some mana potions in the shop, which can be pretty useful for the mana snipe, so we are going to take those. The gold at the front now has 12 mana, so it's going to deal 12 damage upon fainting, and hopefully this is going to be good enough for a victory. We are going to try our luck right here. Unfortunately, we get cow and zebra right after we are done buy selling, but what can you do? And yeah, let's click and turn and see what happens. So we hop into the battle. It is level 3 kraken, level 3 woodpecker, level 3 mantis shrimp, and just barely we end up losing by 3 HP. But thankfully, because we are playing on easy mode, we have one more attempt remaining. And I am hoping to see another gold in the shop so I can combine the 2 weak golds together and have some buy selling to make for the extra stats. But yeah, this is going to be the run. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was very tedious to get, but I think it was worth it even in easy mode. And if you did enjoy the run, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.